Craig, here we go again. Squad announcement. Dan James involved for the first time since you took over as manager. How exciting is that?
Yeah, very exciting. Definitely a profile I really like. Definitely suits the way we look to go about playing. We have a lot of quality in those areas as well, but he just adds to that group again. So over the moon to have that type of profile as well. He's an outstanding player.
People talk a lot about pace, and I guess he certainly has that.
He certainly does, but we do in these areas. With Sober, Brennan, we have different type of profiles as well with Wes as well. So we have good numbers, but in real important areas for us. So and Dan just adds another dimension again. Great
to have him back. Another name that gets everybody's attention is Ruben Colwill. He's back in the first team squad with Wales. What's he been doing well recently, would you say?
No, his intensity, reactions as well. When he loses the ball, he's able to, the habits of reacting and being able to win it back has been positive over the last number of games. A player I know really, really well. A player that I do communicate to quite a bit. He's definitely deserved the opportunity to be involved. I see him in a different area as well. I don't just see him as an attacking or across the front five. He can definitely do that, but I believe there's a lot more to his game as well. So he's another player looking forward to seeing back.
We've had glimpses of him. Fans got very excited with him. At one point, people were saying, "Oh, we're not sure what position is his best position," but that could be a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, I always feel it's beneficial for a player who can adapt and play different roles. I believe Ruben can definitely do that. So he's definitely a player. We all have a soft spot for Ruben. You know what I mean? Like even your questions now, I've never answered so many questions on a 22-year-old player. And
why do you think? Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's the truth. I think me and
something
Ruben,
about him. That's the feeling.
No, but even our conversations with me and Ruben, we're like a little bit taken back by it. We and it's not, and Ruben can't control that. One thing I like about Ruben is how level-headed he is, I really admire that about him. He doesn't get carried away with the hype, and a lot of it has been hype, but he's really fixed on and concentrated on trying to be the best version of himself he can be. We're both in agreement of there's more to come, and we're just waiting to see on that as well, because I definitely believe there's a big percentage of football to come from him as well.
We seem to be talking about the attacking options. You've watched Harry Wilson come on and shine for Fulham as well. It seems to be very exciting, the options you have going forwards.
Yeah, it definitely it helps to how we play. But I think we've been able to see that in a lot of the games as well. We've been able to create a lot of chances in every game we've played. And obviously quality players are able to do that for you as well. But what's more important, I know it doesn't get mentioned because a lot of people don't quite recognise it. Some do, but it's what they're like without the ball, their intensity without it. And that allows you chances because it allows you to be free in the final third. You make a mistake, but you win it back. Then you're in an even better position actually when you had it first time round. So that's where you maintain the chances, you maintain the territory in those key areas. And these type of profile players are able to do that.
These players, they're good footballers. They wouldn't be near an international squad if they weren't. You've spoken there about off the ball. Is that something in your time coaching, be it in England, in Belgium and stuff, you've seen, is that things that can be taught? Not taught, but players can get better off the ball. They're so skillful, they know what to do with the ball. Maybe there's more to learn off the ball.
No, it is, but it has to be a willingness because it's not always desirable. Like this conversation is actually when you're the first ones who are actually speaking about it. Because I understand it as well. But all the best players are so good without it. All the best teams are so good without it. it's not a coincidence why they're so good. Because if you're just a good team with possession and with the ball, and you're not good without it, trust me, you're not really a good team. So they're just habits of really or what good teams have and what really good players have. And I believe that allows your ability to shine even more then. It allows your the opportunity of a team to shine even more then as well. So they're like you've heard me mentioned numerous times, the non-negotiables. I believe that's non-negotiable. How you work for your team will allow the individual to shine.
With the squads, 26 in the squad, I think you've used 24 players so far. A lot of players have been given an opportunity. It's a random question maybe. How big is the pool? You mentioned once, I'd pick everybody if I could. How big would that squad be if you did pick everybody that'd be available and good enough for Wales?
I'm not sure the FA would allow me to. Yeah. Expenses 40, would be a problem.
30, 40, have we got that level?
No, there's a lot of players I really like, but obviously due to numbers as well, it's you have to be sensible and also, I really. It allowed it to be a little bit more because the 21s are not playing, where before I was able to draft 1 or 2 21s to come in and train. So the 21s are not playing, so the numbers then increased a little bit. It took a lot of conversations to be able to get that, but I understand that completely as well. But, there's a lot of players out there as well that I would have loved to have been able to bring in, but also going back to what I was just originally about to say, I really don't like not using players. When we look to call 23, 24 players in, the idea is to use everyone. It's still not always possible. Now, there was 1 or 2 players, I just, to come away for 10 days and to not get game time, it's part of the role I've not quite found that comfortable yet. It's not like because I'm concerned about like a conversation or anything like that, but it's like I've been there as well, and I believe you're called up because you're good enough to be able to play game time, but it's not always possible. But I believe we've managed to be able to give it to most, and it's been hugely beneficial, not just for the players hopefully, but for us as a coaching staff, we've been really pleased with that.
Yeah, I can imagine if you know you've even got a chance of coming on the sub, it must be a boost. And other flip side is if you know you haven't got a chance, it must be so disheartening.
Yeah, it like I don't pay too much attention to the team. I know like I get questions of why is this player or this, and I look at the group, and don't forget with the amount of meetings we have. I need you engaged in every meeting. Now you've got a better chance of being engaged if you could be the one playing. So you ain't got time to switch off because you don't know it could be actually you. And then really with the team, I don't spend too much time on the team then. That's the team for today's game because that's or tomorrow's game, that's where we believe is the best way of going about being able to win. There will be changes during the game and there will be changes for the next game. So probably keeping everyone involved. I believe you have to anyway, just the freshness because the short space of time of the games as well. Keeps everyone engaged in every meeting as well. So like I know from me as a player, I would definitely be engaged because I could actually be playing. So don't feel the team because trust me, I don't.
And just with the last 2 games, it's Turkey away, Iceland home. Turkey away on any occasion seems like a huge challenge. The team, the atmosphere, everything. It should be an interesting challenge for this team.
Good game, really good game. Honestly, really excited about it. And I know I'm trying to stay calm as well, but I am. It's just this is what you want. What the conditions that's going to allow for it to be tough, because it will be a tough game. We'll see a lot about what we can do and where we can go. So I believe our progression will really take off. Whether it's a good result draw, positive, like negative, whatever. It's going to allow us to really learn after this game. So that allows you to be even more excited.
And just finally, Llanrwst and Cenhedloedd. Where next? With the good news, you're going everywhere. Are you enjoying it?
I think we're
West Wales, North Wales, everywhere.
No, there's another couple of North. We like North.
Brilliant.
Someone told me it's IG's homeland, even though he tries to say it's back down in South now, but it's a chance for him to go and see a lot of family members, so he drags me up there quite a lot. But in all serious, we love it up there. It's been so enjoyable, and I mean that. And obviously with the knowledge of having someone of IG there as well, it's just made it even more special. I got to be honest. It's been a privilege, and long may that continue, because it's really been a really enjoyable part of being a manager of a country like Wales. Yeah,
I'm sure they appreciate the visit as well. Thank you very much for your time.
Don't forget, sorry, I know. Don't forget, we appreciate them travelling, by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The amount of people from North travel down to watch our games, and the amount that travel in to go elsewhere, because it's not easy. So the least I can do is travel 4.5 hours. I still can't believe it takes that long, but
on a good day.
Yeah, that's a really good day. Is to show them that we do care, because we do.
Oh, brilliant! Thanks so much for your time, Craig.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.